Lord Shiva, also known as Mahadeva, is one of the most prominent deities in Hinduism. He is known as the destroyer of the universe, and his role is critical in maintaining the balance between creation and destruction. Lord Shiva is revered as one of the primary deities in the Hindu Trinity, alongside Lord Vishnu and Lord Brahma. This essay will delve into the significance and symbolism behind Lord Shiva and explore why he is considered the destroyer of the universe. Lord Shiva is often depicted as having a blue throat, a third eye in the center of his forehead, and a crescent moon on his head. He is typically depicted as a yogi, sitting in meditation on Mount Kailash in the Himalayas, surrounded by his devotees. He is known as the Lord of Dance, for his cosmic dance of creation and destruction, the Tandava. His weapon of choice is the trident, which represents the three qualities of nature: creation, preservation, and destruction. Lord Shiva's role as the destroyer of the universe is not meant to be taken literally. Instead, it symbolizes the cyclical nature of life and the impermanence of all things. In Hinduism, creation and destruction are not seen as opposites, but rather as two sides of the same coin. Just as Lord Brahma is responsible for creating the universe, Lord Shiva is responsible for destroying it. This destruction is not a violent act but rather a necessary one that paves the way for new beginnings. Lord Shiva's destructive power is embodied in his consort, the goddess Kali. Kali is a fierce goddess who is often depicted with a necklace of skulls, symbolizing the impermanence of life. Kali is the personification of time and is considered to be an embodiment of Lord Shiva's destructive power. However, Kali is not a separate entity from Lord Shiva but rather a manifestation of his energy. One of the most famous stories in Hindu mythology about Lord Shiva's destructive power is the tale of the churning of the ocean. According to the story, the gods and demons were in a battle for immortality, and Lord Vishnu suggested that they churn the ocean of milk to obtain the nectar of immortality. However, during the churning, a deadly poison emerged that threatened to destroy the universe. Lord Shiva, realizing the danger, drank the poison, and his throat turned blue as a result. This act of self-sacrifice saved the universe and demonstrated Lord Shiva's willingness to take on the burden of destruction for the greater good. In conclusion, Lord Shiva is a complex and multifaceted deity in Hinduism. He is known as the destroyer of the universe, but this destruction is not meant to be taken literally. Instead, it symbolizes the cyclical nature of life and the impermanence of all things. Lord Shiva's role in maintaining the balance between creation and destruction is essential for the continued existence of the universe. As a result, he is one of the most revered deities in Hinduism, and his devotees view him as a source of strength, wisdom, and spiritual guidance. Lord Shiva is also associated with a variety of symbols and practices that represent his qualities and teachings. One of the most well-known symbols is the lingam, a phallic symbol that represents the creative energy of Lord Shiva. The lingam is often worshipped in temples dedicated to Lord Shiva, and it is believed to be a source of fertility and divine power. Another symbol associated with Lord Shiva is the snake, which is often depicted wrapped around his neck. The snake symbolizes Lord Shiva's ability to conquer death and his connection to the Kundalini energy, a powerful force that resides within the human body and can be awakened through yoga and meditation. Lord Shiva is also associated with a variety of festivals and rituals. One of the most important festivals dedicated to Lord Shiva is Mahashivratri, which is celebrated annually in February or March. This festival is a celebration of Lord Shiva's marriage to the goddess Parvati, and it is observed with fasting, meditation, and the chanting of sacred hymns. In addition to his role as the destroyer of the universe, Lord Shiva is also revered as a teacher and guide to spiritual seekers. He is associated with the practice of yoga, which is considered a path to enlightenment and self-realization. Lord Shiva is often depicted as a yogi himself, sitting in meditation on Mount Kailash, and his teachings on yoga and meditation are central to many spiritual traditions. Overall, Lord Shiva is a complex and multidimensional deity with a rich mythology and symbolism. His role as the destroyer of the universe is just one aspect of his character, and he is also revered for his wisdom, guidance, and teachings. His devotees see him as a source of strength and inspiration on the spiritual path, and his teachings on yoga, meditation, and self-realization continue to inspire seekers around the world. Lord Shiva's influence can be seen not just in Hinduism but also in other spiritual traditions and cultural practices. For example, the practice of yoga and meditation, which are closely associated with Lord Shiva, have become popular worldwide and are now considered a part of the global wellness movement. Many people practice yoga and meditation as a means of achieving inner peace, physical health, and spiritual growth. In addition, Lord Shiva's symbolism and teachings have influenced art, literature, and music in India and beyond. His image can be found in a variety of artistic styles, from ancient temple carvings to contemporary paintings and sculptures. His stories and teachings are also a source of inspiration for poets, writers, and musicians, and many Indian classical music compositions are dedicated to Lord Shiva and his consort, Parvati. Lord Shiva's teachings on detachment, renunciation, and self-realization are also relevant in today's world, where many people are seeking spiritual fulfillment and a deeper sense of purpose. His teachings on detachment and renunciation are a reminder that true happiness comes from within and not from material possessions or external circumstances. His teachings on self-realization are a call to look beyond the superficial aspects of life and to discover our true nature as divine beings. In conclusion, Lord Shiva is a powerful and influential deity in Hinduism and beyond. His role as the destroyer of the universe represents the cyclical nature of life and the impermanence of all things. His teachings on detachment, renunciation, and self-realization are relevant today and offer guidance to seekers on the spiritual path. His image and symbolism are a source of inspiration for artists, writers, and musicians, and his legacy continues to inspire and guide people around the world. Lord Shiva's mythology is filled with fascinating stories that reflect his character and teachings. One such story is the tale of the churning of the ocean of milk, which is recounted in Hindu scriptures. According to the story, the gods and demons decided to churn the ocean of milk to obtain the elixir of immortality. During the churning process, a variety of treasures and beings emerged from the ocean, including the goddess Lakshmi, the elephant-headed god Ganesha, and the deadly poison Hala Hala. As the churning continued, Lord Shiva appeared and drank the poison, saving the universe from destruction. This act of self-sacrifice is seen as an embodiment of Lord Shiva's compassion and his willingness to take on the suffering of others. The story also illustrates Lord Shiva's role as the protector of the universe, willing to take on any challenge or danger to maintain balance and order. Another famous story involving Lord Shiva is the tale of his wedding to the goddess Parvati. According to legend, Parvati was deeply in love with Lord Shiva and went to great lengths to win his affection. She performed rigorous penances and austerities, and even gave up her luxurious lifestyle to live in a forest and practice yoga and meditation. Eventually, Lord Shiva was moved by Parvati's devotion and agreed to marry her. Their union is seen as a symbol of the union between the individual self and the divine, and it is celebrated during the festival of Mahashivratri. Lord Shiva's mythology is filled with such stories that offer insights into his character and teachings. They remind us of the importance of devotion, self-sacrifice, and spiritual growth, and inspire us to seek a deeper connection with the divine. In conclusion, Lord Shiva is a powerful and complex deity whose influence extends beyond Hinduism and into the wider world. As the destroyer of the universe, Lord Shiva reminds us of the cyclical nature of life and the impermanence of all things. His teachings on detachment, renunciation, and self-realization offer guidance to seekers on the spiritual path, and his mythology is filled with stories that inspire and educate. Whether through his symbols, festivals, or teachings, Lord Shiva continues to be a source of inspiration and guidance for people around the world. As we navigate the challenges of modern life, his teachings offer us a path towards greater spiritual fulfillment and a deeper sense of purpose. May we all find inspiration in the wisdom and compassion of Lord Shiva, and may his teachings guide us on our journey towards self-realization and enlightenment. Thank you for watching.